The Loomex Group is involved in the highly specialized fields of aerospace, defense, emergency management, and infrastructure. It's based in Peterborough, in Southern Ontario. Trent Gervais is the president and CEO. We spoke recently about the elements of the Loomex Group and all the working pieces that bring it together. It's remarkable to see how many of the companies dovetail together and how many of the services dovetail together. Tell me more about how that works.
So the first two things we need to talk about is just the talent pool, so who we hire. Mm-hmm. And the very first important part of that is we refer to everybody as Mrs. Smith. You're Mrs. Smith, camera folks are Mrs. Smith, I'm Mrs. Smith. So what's it mean? When I was young in the fire service, there was a fire chief in the US that changed the face of how fire departments interact with the public. And the whole base of that is you're talking to Mrs. Smith. So if the fire department goes into to grab some groceries, they flip the doors up in the truck and they're letting the kids crawl through the fire truck. It's all about how we want to be treated ourselves. So we refer to that, he referred to that as Mrs. Smith. So we've adopted that. So what it means for us internally, it doesn't matter whether you're sweeping floors in a hangar or you're in my office, we all are the same. Nobody is more important than anybody else in the organization. And the other part to that is when our staff are on duty or off duty, they're always treating Mrs. Smith with respect. So it's, don't do anything that makes you feel good when you're mad. It's do what's right, regardless of who's looking. It's some of those analogies that we've all heard before, is bringing it together to that reference of Mrs. Smith.
So how do you find that person then in the hiring? Because that's a wonderful, wonderful company-wide philosophy. When somebody comes to you with a resume, you hire highly skilled, highly specialized talent, highly specialized talent. How do you also find that person who will be part of the Mrs. Smith philosophy and culture?
It's good to talk about this because I've been in business since I was 16 years old. So I've been through a lot of hiring over my career. And the little things, when they come in for an interview, if I'm in the interview as the CEO, how much attention are they paying just to me versus the whole team? How that interaction goes and how they treat each other. Through really good reference checks that dig deeper than the traditional behavioral. Did they show up on time? Did they get their work in on time? It's tell me about the person. So understand the person first is one of the first keys to that. The other part when we do onboard individuals is all of our companies, all four of them, every person that starts has a presentation from me personally. It's not canned, it's not recorded, it's not from anybody else, it's from me, where we talk about our values and beliefs. And the last part of that is, if you don't believe in this, feel free to go. Or if you're working here and you just can't follow that, let us help you find a different job. Or maybe it's a different job within the organization, which we've done many times. So it starts with those small things and we extend that on. Again, we're driving to one of our remote locations, somebody's stranded on the side of the road. How many people just drive by that individual versus we stop? In a lot of cases, our staff are in uniforms and they're helping. So it's the whole philosophy that when somebody comes in with a big idea, does it benefit them personally before it benefits Mrs. Smith, or is it actually to enhance Mrs. Smith and how we treat them? With our whole org structure, we like to have a flat one. And it's not, am I going to be angry with how we mistreated or didn't fulfill our obligation to the contract? Is Mrs. Smith going to be happy with what you did as our client or as a user of one of our airports, for example? Because that's who matters first. If they're happy, I'm happy. So that's the philosophy that we've worked on for many, many years here.
And that is with how many employees can you estimate in general? How many employees Loomex has or oversees right now?
Yeah, we're about 100. Yeah, about 100. Yeah.
I want to work with those people. That sounds great.
It is good.